All right. So let me talk about this fucking move real quick, and then so I can play some video games. All right, guys. Another episode of some shit that I know about Yoshimitsu. Maybe I should stop swearing in these videos. All right, let me start again. Hey guys. Welcome back to another episode of what I know about things Yoshimitsu and Tekken 7 and otherwise. Now I don't because I feel it's pointless. Yeah, well, I can't help you if you feel like that, Joe. It's up to you. Today we're going to talk about another good move from Yoshimitsu. It's f1+2. It's super good if you're not using this this move as Yoshimitsu. You're definitely tripping. Formerly potty mouth streamer. So what is this move? It's an I-17 mid. It's -7 on block. It has a lot of range. Hits from range 2. Whiffs up from range 3. And I think it might hit at 2.5. Yeah, it does. So it's really freaking good. This move is often compared to Jack's forward 1, his jackhammer, for good reason. While it doesn't always give you follow-up, it does at the wall, but in the open ground, it knocks them down, does a grip of damage, 22. It gives you some slightly good Oki situation. And did CD1 right after, actually killing himself. The thing about this move is it's a neutral reset tool. And what I mean by a neutral reset tool, another term that I've taken from Speed Kicks Discord, either Han H&M or his escort. Shoutouts to Claire and Rango and Speed Kicks and all them. Is when you hit this move on block, even though it's -7, which is pretty, I mean, it's safe, but it still means that you're at a heavy disadvantage. Look at the pushback. Yeah, that's more than one backdash away. It's like maybe 1.5, or it might be 2 backdashes away. Yeah, it looks like 2 backdashes away. So even though this is -7 on block, it's a neutral reset, because in order for your opponent to do something that would be able to track you or like lock you in place, it would need to be long range and super quick, which there aren't many of those tools in Tekken at all. So for the most part, you can kind of treat this as like a neutral situation where both of you are at 0, because in order for your opponent to do something, they'll have to dash up to get into range to really take advantage of being you being at -7. So that leads to things like a metagame that can happen. Between a lot of various options. Like, I can't just like throw shit out, because like then I could get clipped. You know what I mean? Like, and you can still sidestep after this as well on block. Oh, wrong way. Purely because of that pushback situation, giving you so much time to work with something. Oh, he actually can't step at that point. Interesting. But yeah, you get my point. This all is so fucking good, Joe. So, it's a really good move. It's pretty safe. The weakness is that, one, it can be stepped to sidestep left, so your opponent's left, and it's slow. It's I-17. No, Lolly, it's sidestep left to step it. But it's I-17, so it's slow. Its strengths being it's a really big pushback, like good advantage on hit, chunky mid, and it's a neutral reset. So it's something you can throw out relatively safely if you know for sure it'll connect with your opponent. And the range helps with that because it's so long. So even in the case that where they choose the backdash instead of like stay still or throw out a move, it'll still it'll still connect with their guard given that you space it correctly. So what else? What else? Now at the move, this move is ridiculously obnoxious. I've had moments where I just throw 3 of these out in a row and it works out in my favor because the pushback. Yeah? Your opponent can't backdash, therefore there's no threat of this whiffing from a backdash. You know, of course, if you space it wrong, you can still get messed up. But because of the pushback, this move is really good. Because in order to get out of this, they would need to dash up or do some long range move to interrupt if you were just kind of doing like a chain of these. They can step, of course. But you can, the meta can evolve from there, from you doing a realignment step to keep them there. Or you can do a forward 4, or side step 4, or back 2 check, because back 2 tracks the way that 4-1+2 is weak to. And if you get this on hit near the wall, it's ridiculously good at the wall. If you get this to hit at the wall, you get a free CD1 follow-up. And it's pretty simple to confirm once you get used to it. And the reason why that's super good is because it puts them in the Yoshi vortex, which is hella good. Now they have to guess between his like most threatening 50-50. Yeah, this is my hair. Ollie, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. How you doing? That's guaranteed. If they tech, you can't rage art it, you can't hop kick it. It's just simply, it works. Given you have to time it properly. But yeah, that's the idea. So it's a really, really good move at the wall. It's really freaking good. It's good in general. It's easily one of Yoshi's strongest tools, but it's super good at the wall. Even if you were to say, like, use it up close, thank you, man, that's nice of you to say. It'll push you back. Look at that. That shit just snaps you way back. And what's nice about this is it can be used in a couple of ways. Namely, if you interchange it with sidestep 4. Sidestep 4 is 0 on block. So even though, like, if your opponent is used to this being -7 in that situation, and you throw this out instead, either one, it might catch them and wall splat them. Hey, what's up, 2-bar? We all rolling through now. Sidestep 4 is 0 on block. And as you can see, it has a respectable amount of its own pushback. So this can really fuck with your opponent's sense of timing if you change it up between those two options. Something to be warned about, at like specific angles of 4-1+2, the pushback can like randomly be eaten up by the wall somehow. I don't know if I can replicate it right now. There's like certain times where 4-1+2 will just like not give you proper pushback. Oh, that was one of them. Let's see if I can get it again. There are like weird angles where if you do it, it'll leave you like right in front of your opponent. It's hard to tell when it'll happen because Tekken 7 is random that way. But just watch out that if you do hit the 4-1+2 and the pushback doesn't happen, hold back, or like have some kind of backup plan because you don't want to mash in that situation where you're -7 and around the wall because that can kill you. So, yeah, man, feel free, Lolly, or me, or Yoshi, whoever you're talking to. Let's see, is there anything else that I should talk about this move? It's really good at commanding space in the neutral because of the pushback and because of the range. It's something you would have to get used to though. I'd advise taking a special or particular look towards your opponent's movement behavior in the neutral, like when and how long it takes for them to get kind of impatient to dash up block, or like to dash up and try to use a move. But if you read that and you want like a real non-committal way of throwing out a hitbox that can catch them forward dashing, 1+2 is the way to go because of the range and because of the pushback. It's a lot different from, although the reward is much less from a down forward 2, because down forward 2, one, a lot less range, same frame situation on block, but they're right up close to you. So if you want a more neutral way of throwing a hitbox out in the neutral, this is the way to go. But you know, obviously be aware of your opponent backdashing and then whip punishing your ass for that. So, big beefy poking tool, really good. Definitely learn how to use this. Super good. What's up, Adobo? It's nice in the neutral to command and control space, so your opponent just doesn't dash in on you. It's wicked good at the wall. Because of the follow-up of CD1 if it hits, and because of the pushback. Complementary with sidestep 4 at the wall. Also really good on wake-up situations with some of your things, like back 2-2. If you get a punish or you somehow get a whiff punish, something like that. Oop. This is really good. It's just like a safe option for you to do. Beats out wake up kicks and all that stuff. Later, Joe. One thing I do really suggest you guys try and learn is how to do forward 1+2. The reason why is because since Yoshi has a forward 1+2, there are times where your opponent gets like knocked away from you and you want to run up to them, but they're not at a distance where like you can just hold forward from a run and hit forward 1+2 the way like movement works in this game. So what you can do to get past forward 1+2 but still get range like that, if you look at my input history, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 forward inputs, the last one being at the same time as 1+2. So 1, 2, 1+2. What that does is it's similar to a slash kick input. But because there's no slash kick from 3 forward 1+2s, or 3 forward inputs 1+2, you get just forward 1+2 instead, which is mad. It's mad good. It's mad good. Thanks for stopping by again, Joe. Doing some disc repair. Damn, bro, I feel like that's all you do nowadays. Still need to test them to see if they got fixed. Yeah, I started like 30 minutes ago. I think that's about it. This move also works as like a good floor break combo. But that's a different video. Do I have all the properties? Talk about everything I wanted to talk about when it comes to forward 1+2? I think so. If not, I'll add to it later. Well, that's a cut.